You're so annoying at Put with the End. I wonder why some people can't realize that art doesn't have to be taken literally. This movie was trash but fascinating. This was a comedy. I didn't even laugh. I was disgusted. Wow, dumbest synopsis of the film ever. Nearly 17,000 views and only 500 likes. That tells you all you need to know. Y'all had a lot to say, and I mean a lot. So let's talk more about Poor Things. So ever since I posted about a month ago, I've gotten flooded with positive and negative comments. But I think y'all had some really great takes on the movie that I wanted to discuss. So I'm going to read some of your comments. So at 13 Ghost Girl 101 says, I'm so happy I'm seeing more people share this opinion. I thought I was going crazy seeing everyone cry. You need to learn media literacy. You're supposed to be uncomfortable with all the sex scenes. Regarding the media literacy part, you had to see every single time she had sex to understand she was having sex. That's a good point, because I feel like half of the movie, like I wish I could go through it and like pick out the sex scenes parts and see how long it was and see if that was literally like half the movie. And what I wish we could have seen is other ways that she was freed from the confines of society and the patriarchy. So is that how Yorgos Lanthimos or whoever wrote this movie, is that what they believe that women are striving for? If we're ever, freed from the shackles of the patriarchy, we'll just be living just freely and open and having sex with everyone and prostituting ourselves. And that's what we see as free and things like that. Although I had a problem with this movie because it so desperately tried to frame itself as a feminist film, it was practically screaming in our face that we're meant to find the lead men characters deplorable. How Duncan was very obviously, and Max and God maybe less obviously, fetishized Bella for her childishness and wanted to take advantage of her for it, to control her and keep her pinned down. But how strongly is this criticism going to resonate when so much of the film is sex scenes? That is so beautiful. This could have been something even greater, and it could have been something greater, and it could have won Best Picture Oscar if it didn't have so many of the sex scenes, and if it focused on these men fetishizing Bella for her childishness and wanting to take advantage of her for it. People are like, oh, Max was nice. Max met her for a day and was like, yep, I want that. Max met her before she was even able to read, right? Max met her early when she was still able, she still wasn't able to read. She barely could walk. She was still throwing things around like a child. And he was like, I want that. And if y'all think, oh, that's him being nice, y'all should look internally and be like, who am I attracted to in the real life? And if you think that's cool, there were countless sex scenes, but where were the scenes of her enjoying life, reading books, actually practicing her career outside of surgeon? She barely, that's so good. Okay, I really love writing this comment because that is another beautiful moment. Okay, so she's freed from the confines of society. It's not just about sex. There's so much to life. At emuse2902 says, this was a comedy. I didn't even laugh. I was disgusted. Hollywood thinks you're slick by creating a movie that is obviously about a literal child being groomed, raped, abused, sold, etc. as she grows. I had to stop watching and consider if I wanted to continue. This movie got me more mad than anything else. So yeah, I was advertised when I would ask someone about this movie, they told me, yeah, it's like a weird comedy. It's really weird. There's a lot of nudity. It's awkward. I laughed in the sense that it was like an awkward laugh, like because I was with my friend and I suggested to her, I was like, hey, let's go watch Poor Things. It was either Iron Claw or Poor Things, and we should have went to go see Iron Claw, but we would have probably been in tears. Anyways, we're watching Poor Things. I'm like, sorry. I just finished watching the movie and I thought it was brilliant. I watched not knowing what to expect, so I'm glad I experienced it that way. I didn't care for all the sex scenes, but I became genuinely interested in the Bella character, and where the story would go after a certain point and how it would end. It kind of was like a Frankenstein, Forrest Gump kind of story, but Very different from both. And as she said, amazing cinematography, acting, and set and costume design. So that is such a good point. They didn't really care about the sex scenes, but they cared about Bella's character and seeing her grow. I agree with that. I did care about seeing Bella, grow from the child to teenage years. I did care about that. And I wanted to see more about her life and not, okay, we're having sex. Awesome. Love for you. But are you doing anything else? You people are literal. What about Hulk and Natasha's relationship? That's even more effed up. Again, that being literal, we didn't really see much of Hulk and Natasha's relationship. I'm gonna tell you that. All I know is that they're both adults. I'm just saying. This was a great movie. Bravo to the filmmaker, a great artist from all points: camera, visual, actors, plot, music, scenery, and also remind me of the old movies when art was more special and didn't have restrictions. So at Corey Allgood says, I'm glad to see your rating. At the start, I was expecting you to say you absolutely hated the movie. I recommend seeing some of the other work by this director, and you'll see this was one of the most comfortable films. Rex of Dogtooth and The Lobster, but know that you're going to be watching uncomfortable films. So I guess with uncomfortable films, I did watch The Lobster and I did enjoy that movie. I actually really liked it. I need to watch it again to really grasp it, but I did actually like that movie. It's misleading. No, I expected this out of Yorgos Lanthimos. So this is my first Yorgos Lanthimos movie that I watched, and then I watched The Lobster, and I probably need to watch The Favorite next. But this was my first movie by him, and I wasn't expecting this. When I watched the trailer, I truly believed it was going to be kind of how the movie was, but I still wasn't expecting it. I thought it was going to be, okay, this woman has left her husband to go see the world, to go live this new lavish life, and also live this life out of the confines of her husband. And also I thought it was going to be she was just going to be terrorizing people in a sense of, I'm not going to be this calm, prissy woman anymore. I'm going to deliberately choose to act this way. Like when she was with in the trailers, there's moments with Mark Ruffalo where she's throwing things or something, or she's dancing weird. I thought she was doing that purposely and not just because she was a child. So I don't know. I wonder why some people can't realize that art doesn't have to be taken literally. I'm a woman in my 30s and I loved the strange coming of age story on here about finding your own in the world. I mean, if you just look at how the cities they visit, the skies they're under, the total unrealistic science in it, how can you make it literal? Also, at no point is it said how explicitly how old she's meant to be. Come on. It doesn't say, so I think it does. When she jumps off the building, he cuts her in half, takes out a thing called a fetus baby, because the baby's not fully grown, puts it into a tube, extracts the brain of the woman, puts it in. I think we have an understanding of her age, or say if she's developing quicker than normal, so you never get any direct confirmation of her actual mental age. It's of a child. Doesn't matter how fast she grows, she is of a child. Don't be surprised if everything in most movies is spelled out, leaving nothing for interpretation when people can only interpret movies in the most direct way. Full disclosure, I could have done with half of the amount of sex scenes that was in there. So no, this movie was about exploration. For sure, I agree with that. I think a lot of movies leave things up for interpretation. This is the most ridiculous film I've ever seen. I thought it was great. Yorgos has a great eye for an uncanny way of making you feel bewildered, intrigued by the topics he chooses to critique and how he goes by presenting them. Couldn't watch past the first 10 minutes. I got bored to death. You called it. This movie did win the Oscars. You said nothing, lol. I did say something. Okay, thank you so much for reviewing this movie. Does not set right with me spiritually. I've never seen it, but I have seen many clips. It is absolutely disgrace. They would create this fantasy portraying child prostitution and let's see. Mark Ruffalo was awful. Can't be bothered to learn simple British accent. If he wasn't hamming it up, it was not believable as a skilled lover. Terrible casting in his case. Defoe's accent was in and out, but seemed Hollywood standards have slipped. You're so annoying. I put with the end. Guys, I'm trying. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl who wants to review movies, okay? It's a gothic tale. It's disgusting. You're so dumb. Wow, dumbest synopsis of the film ever. Nearly 17,000 views and only 500 likes. That tells you all you need to know. Thanks for the views, guys. And also, I've gotten like 200 subscribers from this video alone. And this video alone has helped me so much with my watch hours. I'm so close to 4,000 watch hours and getting my channel remonetized. So thank you so, so much. The people, even if it was positive or negative, you're helping my channel. Bless up. This movie is trash, but fascinating. Uncomfortable is the point. Thank you for your review. Comparing this movie to men who date women 10 years younger to them is pathetically immature. I am comparing specifically Leonardo DiCaprio, how he has never dated anyone over 25. This man is dating women at 25, and by 25 he breaks up with them. I don't like, is he dating to marry? Why are we seeing this trend where he's only ever dating younger women? It kind of says something about who he is. So that's what I'm really comparing it to. I'm going to stop there. I'm so sorry if I missed your comment. If I did, comment again and I'll reply to you. If I didn't reply to you on this video, for sure comment again and I will make sure to get to your comment because I love talking to y'all. It's like a college discussion post. You know, I kind of missed that little part of college. Even though I didn't like it in college, but in my comment section, it's so much more fun to do a discussion post. So everybody, I need at least 500 words, not 500 words, 500 characters of what y'all thought about this video, and I need everyone to reply to at least one person. I need you to reply to at least one person, and if you reply to 2, I'll give you an extra 2 points, extra credit, okay? So we need to do that in the discussion post, and everyone needs to have at least one response, okay? So make sure to comment down below. I'm so sorry if I wasn't able to get to your comment, and I hope that this video kind of cleared up a little bit more about what I thought about the movie. Next week, and I'm sorry that I wasn't here last week. I had a lot going on, but the next week that I'm here, we'll be watching Monkey Man. So I'm excited to watch that movie and review it. So we'll be back on the regular schedule, guys. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.